Hello, I am back. I am back from the cave that sucked me into the panto abyss. That's right, the traditional Christmas pantomime that I was a part of for the last 3-4 months has finally finished on December 4th. And it was an amazing run. For those of you who don't know what pantomimes are, they are basically like a spin-off of a fairy tale that has lots of like current jokes and current music in it, and you get to interact with the audience. It's really fun, and if you haven't been to one, you should definitely go. And Pinocchio was the one that I was doing this year. I played Lampwick, which was kind of the bad boy. I had some pretty wild hair. If you haven't seen that, you should check out my Instagram. It was quite impressive, I have to say. And no, it was not a wig! Anyway, so the amazing Omanie, Elias, I think her last name is, she made these masks for Pinocchio and the cat and the fox, and I was like, jinkies, that's really sweet. I need to try to do this. So I was going to do a director's gift for like the director and whatnot, and this is what I thought of doing because I thought it would be easy and fun and something fun for a keepsake. This leather that I'm using right here is leather from Micheals. It was around $21, but then with your coupon, you can get a little bit of money off. It was very easily manipulated. So I think it was like a 4 to 5 ounce. It wasn't that thick. It was super easy to cut. All I had to do was, put it down, trace out my image, and then cut it with an X-Acto knife. And I was like, bam, that's done. That was easy. So what I'm doing right here, I put a little bit of water on the face, and I had to carve out the hair because that's what Omanie did. And I was like, oh, I have to do what you do because I'm trying to like do it the same. But so I carved out the hair, and I just did it with an X-Acto knife, but I know that you can do it with leather tools, and I think it's like 1,000 times easier to do it with these leather tools, but I didn't have any, so this is what I did. So a little bit of water, and then you can do whatever carving you want to do on it, and this would work for anything. Like if you're wanting to do like something really sweet like a Nimue mask, yeah, you could do that as well. Anyway, so once you do that, you're going to soak it in water. I just dunked it in. It has little pockets of air in it. You can kind of see it sparkling a little bit. That's just the air escaping, and you're going to let it set until that's all finished. Probably about like, I don't know, not even 5 minutes. It doesn't really matter if you leave it in longer, but it's going to take longer to dry. Anyway, you just kind of let it sit until it's a little bit done sparkling, and then you take it out and you're ready to start forming it. So you're going to preheat your oven to, I think mine was 170, but if you have one that goes down to 150, I'm not even sure if that's possible, but that's what I had read was the ideal temperature. But mine was 170, and I kept a wicked eye on it. I put a piece of wax paper down on the grill first, and then I put the mask on top of the wax paper. You can set it in there either way, it doesn't matter. Put it in for 5 minutes and then take it out, and you're ready to start forming. I used the styrofoam and my face, so I could kind of get a general idea because the heads tend to be a little bit smaller than a regular head, or mine at least. Maybe I just have a large dome, but you're just going to start forming it to the mask, and little by little, every 5 minutes, you take it out, do a little bit more forming, a little bit more forming, and then finally it'll dry maybe in like 15-20 minutes, and you'll have your shape that you want. If you need to fix it, you can always get it re-wet and then reshape it. I'm just painting this with regular acrylic paint. I had just this upstairs, so I used what I had. I'm sure you could use something else. The cheeks, I did use an enamel paint because that's the only red I had. But it kind of looked cool because they were like shiny and glossy. And I'm like, oh, little boy cheeks, shiny and glossy without sounding weird. Yeah. After the hair was all painted on, I was going to do the wood grain next. And this is just brown acrylic paint that I watered down a lot. I mean, a lot. A lot. I put so much water in this brown paint, you have no idea. Anyway, do your wood grain, I guess, like as if it were wood. I just kind of did squigglies everywhere, and don't forget to add some knots. And the nice thing is because you watered it down, it looks dark now in the field, what you're seeing now looks dark, but once it dried, it looked pretty realistic. I was quite impressed with it. Wood is one of the easier things to paint, so yeah, there you go with that. So as I'm painting this, I just kind of wanted to go over how I did the nose. The nose was made out of the same leather, and I just cut like little rectangles and then rolled it into rolls, like as if you were rolling a Play-Doh snake, in between your hands like that, and then sticking in the oven and then just glue gunning the 2 edges together and the 3 pieces together. I'm telling you this because I did not film it because my camera died and I didn't realize it, and I was like, ah, darn. But I got most of it, so grateful about that. Anyway, that is how the nose was done. After I did the face, I was going to pencil on the eyebrows because, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. but I can't trust my freehand for eyebrows worth my life, nor eyes. I cannot do faces in general, so I had to kind of pencil it on so it didn't look like, you know, a unibrow or something really strange kind of crawling across the poor guy's face. Then the cheeks were done with just an enamel red. You don't have to use enamel. I did because that's all I had in red, but an acrylic would work just as well in the end. No one's gonna really notice the difference. And I did spray it with an acrylic sealer as well, just to give it a little bit of a shine. But that was basically it, other than just kind of gluing a string to the back. It's not exactly like the original if you did see the show, but it is a good mimic in the way that, you know, the cast sign the back, and it's a good take-home gift for the directors and music directors and choreographers and, you know, all those type of people that make the show so much more special that you don't really see on stage. So there it be, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helps you out if you're looking to make one of these yourself, or something along the same lines of a leather mask that you're just looking for a simple tutorial, because this is it. Well, thanks again for coming out and watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you like this video and would like to see more like it. And yeah, thanks again, and have a great night. Goodbye!